Alright, so in the previous video we talked about heap sort. Now let us see the time complexity of the heap sort, right? So the for loop runs n minus 1 times, that is n down to 2, alright? From n to 2 it runs, so it is n minus 1 times, right? So this is a constant time statement, this is a constant time statement. The only time taking statement is max CP5, right? So what is the time taken by the max CP5? Time taken by the max CP5 depends on the height of node on which it is called, right? So when the first time it is called, it takes log n time. The second time it is called, node is deleted, but again the height will remain log n. Why? Because when in an almost complete binary tree or a complete binary tree, the first or the last n by 2 nodes are the leaves. Why? The leaves were from n by 2 plus 1 to n, right? So almost n by 2 nodes will be leaves. When these are deleted, the height will still remain log n. Before all the leaves are deleted, the height will still remain log n. Let us see by taking an example. If I say that this is the heap, right? Now what are we doing? We are simply exchanging it. When we are exchanging, constant time is taken. We are decreasing the heap size and calling max CP5, but the time taken, max CP5 is called on root node. The height of the tree remains log n itself. Why? Because deleting one leaf doesn't alter the height of the leaf, right? So again, when it is again deleted, when again we call max CP5, the height remains the same, right? That is 3, or that is log n. Again we delete it, height remains the same. Again we delete it, height remains the same. Same. Only when we delete this node, that is all the leaves. How many leaves are there in a complete binary tree? From n by 2 plus 1 to n, right? Let us say that in the worst case we have a complete binary tree. Then we have almost n by 2 leaves, and before these n by 2 leaves, that is these leaves are deleted, the height remains the same, that is log n. So the time taken by the max CP5 for the first n by 2 elements, or for the first n by 2 iterations of for loop, the time taken by the max CP5 is log n. Alright, so the time taken by this loop or by heap sort is order of n log n, right? So you could just run it yourself and see if it holds true. You will get it. Alright, I have explained it, and reschedule the video or rewatch it, and then you will or do it yourself. Then you will know that the time complexity of this is order of n log n, and not less than log n, time taken by the max CP5. Alright, now let us move on to another important functions of max heap, that is extract max, increase key, and insert key. Alright, so these three functions we are going to discuss in this video. Alright, so let us first discuss the procedure called as heap extract max. Alright, so what does heap extract max do is, heap extract max extracts the maximum element from the heap. That is, it returns the maximum element from the heap where it is present. It is present at the root, so it removes the maximum element from the heap and returns it. Alright, it extracts it. What does extraction means? It returns the maximum element and removes the maximum element from the heap, right? So that is the function of extract max. Alright, that is extracting the maximum element from the heap. Let us see how the procedure goes on. Alright, so this is the procedure for heap extract max. Now let us see what is happening in this procedure. First of all, if heap size is less than 1, that is heap does not contain any element, then how would we extract the maximum element? We cannot do it, right? So error heap underflow. What will it print? Heap underflow. Now in a variable called max, we have stored the maximum element of the heap. Where is the maximum element in the heap present? It is present at the root, that is a of 1. Alright, so the maximum element is present at the root, that is a of 1. So we have stored it in a variable called max. A of 1 is stored in a variable called max. Now a of 1 is equal to a of heap size of a. That is, whatever is the heap size of a, that is the last index of the array, the element that is present at the last index of the array is moved to a of 1. That is, we are trying to remove the element. We are trying to remove the root element or the maximum element from the heap. How? By replacing it with the heap size element of A, that is the maximum that is the last element of the A. All right, the last element present in the array, we are trying to place it at the root. Why? Because we want to extract it, that is remove the maximum element, right? Now heap size of A is equal to heap size of A minus 1. Why? Because we are trying to remove the maximum element, so the heap size has now decremented by 1. Max heapify A of 1. Why? Because now root contains any random element, it does not contain the maximum element. Why? Because we have put another element in the root which is not maximum. Now left subtree and right subtree both were max heaps, and now root will violate the max heap property. Only the root can violate the max heap property. So we are calling max heapify with A and 1. That is the index on which we want max heapify to be called, right? And then we return the maximum element. Let us take an example, it will be clear. Alright, so this is the max heap. Now what we are doing, we are storing in a variable max A of 1, that is the root element. What is the root element? 16. That is the maximum element. This is a max heap, so the maximum element is present at the root, right? So we are storing this maximum element in a variable called max. Now max contains 16, right? Now A of 1 is equal to A of heap size of A. That is, we are replacing A of 1 with A of heap size. What is A of heap size? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so there are 9 elements. So heap size is 9. Now A of heap size is A of heap size is 1. So we are putting 1 there. Alright. Now heap size of A is equal to heap size of A minus 1. Now we are removing this. Sorry, this was still here, right? Now we are removing this element from the heap, right? Now the heap size has decreased, right? Now the heap size is 8. Now we are calling max heapify with A and 1 on first node or on the first index. Why? Because the left subtree and right subtree are already max heaps. Now in order to make this entire structure as max heap, only this node will violate the property of max heap or may violate the property of max heap. So we call max heapify on this node. Why? Because left child and right child both are max heap, and the only node which will be violating the property of max heap is 1. Alright, or the node at the root or the root node, right? So when we call max heapify on this node, out of it will compare this node, its left child as well as right child, to find out which among the three is the largest, right? So when we compare 1, 10 and 13, which one is the largest? 13 is the largest, so 13 and 1 will be exchanged, right? 13 and 1 will be exchanged when we call max heapify on A1, right? Now we will call max heapify on this node. Why? Because largest is not equal to I, right? Now when we call max heapify on this node, it will compare 1, 11 and 9. Out of 1, 11 and 9, which one is the maximum? 11 is the maximum. So 11 and 1 will be exchanged, right? 11 and 1 will be exchanged. Now when we call max heapify on this node, nothing will happen. Now the resulting structure is again a max heap. Now we are done with this function. Alright, what was the function? Heap extract max. That what it is used for? It is used for returning and removing the maximum element from the heap, such that the resulting structure after removing the element also remains a heap. Alright, so what we did, we stored the maximum element by taking it from the root and stored it in a variable called max. Alright, and we exchanged the last element. We put the last element at the root and called max heapify on the root, so to ensure that the resulting structure is a max heap, right? So that is how the heap extract max method works. Now what will be the time complexity of heap extract max? All these lines will take constant time. Why? Because no loop, nothing else is required, right? So all these lines will take constant time. Now the only time taking procedure or the only time taking factor is max heapify procedure. So what is the time taken by the max heapify procedure? Max heapify procedure takes order of log n time, right? Where n is the number of nodes in the tree, right? So if there are n nodes in the tree, max heapify will take log n time. So the time taken by the heap extract max will also be order of log n, right? So that is about heap extract max. Now we will look at another method called as heap increase key, right? So heap increase key is used to, alright, so let me explain it first. Heap increase key is used to increase the value of an element in a max heap, right? So when we increase the value of an element in the max heap, what will happen? when we increase the value of an element, the element might become greater than its parent. Then when an element becomes greater than its parent, then the max heap property will violate. Why? Because the parent has to be maximum, right? So what do? We traverse the path from the newly inserted key or newly increased key till the root in order to find out the correct position where the element needs to be present, right? Why? Because it may violate the max heap property, right? Let us see how it is done. Alright, so there are 10 elements in the heap and we want to increase the key. That is, we want to increase the value of an element in the heap. Alright, so the element whose value we want to increase in the heap is given by the index I in the array, right? Whose value we want to increase in the heap, that element is given by index I in the array, right? So what is it taking as arguments? A, that is the array in which the elements are stored. I, that is the index at which that element is present whose value we want to increase, and key is the new value or the increased value, right? That key is the new value that you want to insert, increased value of the element, right? Now what we are doing is, let us see, if key is less than a of I, that is, if you want to insert an element that is smaller than the currently present element, what does that mean? It means that we are trying to decrease the key. So it will print an error, that is then error new key is smaller than current key. What we wanted to do, we wanted to increase key, but what is happening here? Key is less than a of I, that is the newly inserted element or the new element that we wish to insert in the heap, it is smaller than the currently present element, right? So it is not right, so what it will print? Error new key is smaller than the current key, right? Now a of I is equal to key, that is at a of I we want to insert key. Whichever index that we want to insert the new element, we will put key there, right? So after this line it will just print error and exit, right? So these are the lines which will be executed only when this condition fails, right? Otherwise it will just exit. Now a of I is equal to key. Now a of I will be the newly inserted element, the increased value of the element, right? Now while I is greater than 1 and a of parent of I is less than a of I, that is in case if the parent is less than the element, right? This should not be the case. Parent should always be greater. Why? Because the max heap property says that out of the node, its left child and right child, the node should have the greatest value or the root should have the greatest value in a tree, right? So this property is violating because the parent is smaller than the node. The value of parent of I is smaller than the node, right? Parent of I here denotes I by 2, right? That is a parent node of the node I, of the node at index I, right? So if the parent value is less than a of I, what should we do? We should exchange the two values. That is, we should exchange the two values of the nodes, and I is equal to parent of I. Now let us see through an example how this function is executed, right? So let us say I is equal to 9, right? I is equal to 9. What is I? I is the index of the value of the element whose value we wish to increment, right? So I is equal to 9, that is we wish to increment the value of element a of 9, that is 4, right? Now let us see let us say key is equal to 15, that is we want the newly increased value of 4 to be 15, right? So now if key is less than a of I, what is a of I? A of I is a of 9. A of 9 is 4. A of 9 is equal to 4, right? Because I is equal to 9, right? So if key is less than a of I, that is, what is key? What is key? Key is 15. Is 15 less than 4? No, this is not the case. So this will not be executed, right? These lines will not be executed. Now a of I is equal to key. What is it saying? That insert the new value at the required position, that is a of I. So what we will do? We will just insert 15 here. A of I is equal to key, which means a of 9 is equal to 15, right? Why? Because I is equal to 9. So while I greater than 1, that is I is greater than 1, what is I? I is 9, 9 is greater than 1, right? And a of parent of I is less than a of I. That is, the value of the parent is less than the node. Well, what is the value of the parent of I? Parent of I is 4, right? How will be calculated? 9 by 2. What is 9 by 2? 4. Alright, 9 by 2's floor will be 4. So what is a of 4? A of 4 is 8. Alright, now 8 is less than 15. Parent of I, a of parent of I is less than a of I. That is, if 8 is less than 15, that is, if a of 4 is less than a of 9, what will happen? Exchange a of I with parent of I. These two values will be exchanged. 15 and 8 will be exchanged. Why we did that? Because the max heap property was violating. Why? Because the parent was having smaller value than that of its child. So this is not the max heap property. 8 was here and 15 was there, right? So the child had a greater value than the parent, so the max heap property was violating. So what we did, we just exchanged these two. Now again, what may happen, this value, since it is the increased value, it may still be greater than its parent, right? So we will again check for it. How? I is equal to parent of I. Now we have made I is equal to parent of I, that is I is equal to 4. What was parent of I? Parent of I was 4. So we are making I is equal to parent of I. Parent of I is equal to 4. So I is equal to 4 now, right? So we are checking for this node. If this node is, we are checking whether this node is also greater, value of this node is also greater than that of its parent, right? So again, while I is greater than 1, what is I? 4. So 4 is greater than 1 and a of parent of I is less than a of I. What is parent of 4? 2, right? How could we calculate it? 4 by 2's, right? So what is 2? So a of 2, what is a of 2? 14, right? A of I, a of 4, that is 15. So is 14 less than 15? True. So this loop, so these two lines will be executed, right? What is it saying? Exchange a of I with a of parent of I, that is 14 and 15 needs to be exchanged. Why we did that? Because the parent is again less than the child, which we do not want. Why? Because max heap property doesn't allow that, right? So 14 and 15 need to be exchanged because the parent is smaller than the child. So in order for the parent to become greater than child, we exchange parent and child, right? So 15 is there and 14 is here, right? Now what we do, I is equal to parent of I. What is parent of I? I is 4 and parent of 4 is 2, right? Parent of 4 is 2, right? So I is equal to parent of I. Parent of I is 2 now. So I now becomes 2, right? I now points here, right? While I is greater than 1, is I greater than 1? True. And a of parent of I is less than a of I. What is parent of I? 2 by 2's floor, that is 1. What is a of 1? 16. Is 16 less than 15? Is 16 less than 15? False. So what happens? This loop or these lines of codes will not execute and we exit the loop. So we have successfully increased the value of an element in the heap and also maintaining the max heap property of the heap, right? So we haven't violated the max heap property and also we are able to successfully increase the value of an element in the heap. Alright, so now we terminate. Alright, so what we did is we from the newly inserted node, since the newly inserted node might become the newly inserted node's value might become greater than its parent, what we did was we checked the value of a node with its parent, right? And if the node's value is greater than that of its parent, we exchange the two, right? So we exchange the two, but then again when the newly inserted node's value goes at the parent, it might again be greater than its parent. Then again we call the for loop. So we keep on checking it until we reach the root, right? So we stopped where? Here. When for I is equal to 2, we just stopped. Why? Because parent value is bigger than the node's value. So we keep on checking until parent's value becomes greater than the child's value, alright? And whenever parent's value is smaller than the child's value, we just exchange it, right? So we traverse the tree from the newly inserted node or newly increased node to the root. right? And wherever we find a suitable position, we insert the element at that position. So what was the suitable position for the element 15? At I is equal to 2, right? So that is how heap increase key method works, right? How we just insert the value of an element, or we just increase the value of an element and keep on checking it with its parent to see that the max CP5 property doesn't violate, right? And the parent doesn't become smaller than the child, right? So that is how heap increase key method works. Now let us see how we make use of heap increase key method in order to insert an element in the max heap, right? So let us see that. I hope you got it. Alright, so let us see how we make use of the heap insert or how we make use of heap increase key procedure in order to insert a key or in order to increase a new element in the max heap, right? So let us see this. So what we need to do, we just need to insert an element in the max heap. So where should we be inserting it? We should insert it here, that is the next position. Why? Because we need to fill the leaves from left to right, right? So we need to insert it somewhere here. So let us see how we insert it. Heap size of A is equal to heap size of A plus 1. Why? Because we are inserting a new element, so the heap size has to be incremented. What is the heap size earlier? 10. So heap size will increment to 11. Let us say n denotes the heap size, right? For simplicity, now we increment the heap size. Now heap size has been become 11, right? Now A of heap size of A is equal to infinity. That is heap size of A is equal to infinity. That is, what is heap size of A? 11. So A of 11, that is the new element, is now infinity, right? Minus infinity, sorry, not infinity, minus infinity. So we are inserting minus infinity here, right? Because at the next position we need to insert it, right? So what we have inserted? Minus infinity. Alright, now what we are doing, we are making use of heap increase key procedure. That is heap increase key A, heap size of A and key. That is, we are trying to make use of heap increase key. We are calling it with array A and heap size of A. Where, what is heap size of A? What was the index that we were passing? I. What was I? I was the index at whose elements value we wanted to increase. That is, if we want to increase the value of an element A of I, then we would pass I in the heap increase key, right? So we are trying to increase the value of the element heap size of A. That is, we want to increase the value of an element A of heap size of A, right? We are trying to increase the value of this element. That is why we have put heap size of A. We have passed heap size of A here, right? In the heap increase key method, if you remember, what we did was we passed I when we had to increase the value of A of I, of the element A of I. So here we want to increase the value of A of heap size of A, right? So we are passing heap size of A as the parameter here, right? Key is the new value whose value we want to increase. Key is the new value that we want to give to the newly inserted element. Key here is the new value or the value that we want to insert. Let us say we want to insert the value 5 in the key, right? So key is equal to 5 then. Key is equal to 5, right? So we will also pass 5 here. That is, we want the value of the newly inserted element to be 5, right? So how would heap increase key implement heap insert key is, it will just since we have put the value minus infinity. What is minus infinity? The least possible value, right? So every value will be smaller than this. Now what we are doing, we are trying to make use of that procedure, heap increase key procedure. How? Now it is, what does heap increase key do? Heap increase key increases the value of an element. So we are acting as if we are increasing the value of this element. That is the element at A or at heap size of A, right? That is the element at A of 11, right? So we are trying to increase the value, we are acting as if we are trying to increase the value of A of 11, and the new value and the value to which we want to increase it is 5. Why will it work? It will work because we have already assigned the smallest possible value here, right? So every value will be greater than this, so we will assume that we are increasing the value of an element to 5, right? What is 5? 5 is the value which we wanted to insert in the heap, right? So what will heap increase key do? Heap increase key we will just it will just put 5 here, right? A of I here. Now it will just check the if condition first, which says that if A of I, if key is less than A of I, then print error, right? So if A of key is less than if key is less than A of 5, can 5 be less than minus infinity? No. Why? Because minus infinity is the smallest possible value, right? So that condition fails. Now A of I is equal to key, right? So A of I is equal to key now, right? What was key? 5. Now what we will do, we will repeatedly check its value with its parent. Let us say it is not 5, let us say it is 12, right? Let us say it is 12. So when it is 12, what happens is now the value of this node has become greater than the value of its parent. What is the value of its parent? 7. What is the parent of this node? Since this is 11, what is the parent of this node? 11 by 2 is 4. That is 5, right? So 5 is the index 5 is its parent, right? So A of 5 is equal to 7, right? And A of 11 is equal to 12. So the parent's value is smaller than this value. So we will just exchange it. 7 and 12 will be exchanged. Refer to the heap increase key procedure, right? 12 will be here and 7 will be here, and now I will become this, right? And again we will check while I greater than 1 and A of parent of I is less than A of I, right? Now what is parent of 5? 5 by 2 is 4, that is 2, right? So this is the parent, right? So parent is this, so we will check A of 2 and A of 5. Which one is the is this values greater than the parent? No. What is the parent's value? 14. So 12 is not greater than 14, so we stop here, right? So this is the position where it needs to be inserted. If let us say if it would be 20, let us say if it would be 20, then what would happen? It would again be greater than its parent, then 20 and 14 would be exchanged, and then 20, when we compare it again with the parent, what would be the value? What would happen? 20 is again greater than its parent, right? So 20 and 16 would be exchanged. And since 20 is the maximum value in the heap or maximum element in the heap, it is present at the root. So max heapify property stands valid, right? So what we did is we inserted a new element, and what is the new element? Minus infinity, that is the smallest possible value, and we made use of heap increase key procedure and pretending as if we are trying to increase the value of an element present at the last, right? That is A of heap size of A, right? So we just did it, and we're talking about the time complexity. The time complexity of heap increase key as well as heap insert key both will be order of log n. Why? Because what is the height of a complete binary tree? Order of log n. So what we are doing, let us say in the worst case we will be updating or increasing the value of a leaf, right? So at the least level, all right? So what is the height of a tree? Log n, right? So what is height? The length of the path from the node to the longest possible leaf. Let us say we want to increase the value of the longest possible leaf. Then in order to traverse from the longest possible leaf to the root, how many nodes, how many edges will be there in the path? Order of log n, right? So the time complexity of heap increase key is order of log n, as well as time complexity of heap insert key is also order of log n, right? Because heap insert key, the time complexity depends on heap increase key, right? And heap increase key's time complexity is order of log n, right? So at that point I would just like to sum up the important procedures that are valid for heaps or max heaps, right? We didn't see for min heaps, but similar procedures will be there for min heap as well. So we just discussed max heap, right? So in the next video probably we'll be discussing another sorting method. That is our main topic. So we discussed insertion sort, merge sort and heap sort, and now we'll be discussing quick sort in the next video, right? So this is it for this video. I hope you like this, and if you do, then please don't forget to press the like button down below. Subscribe to my channel for more such videos. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.